of Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's kind of sudden and unannounced. Usually I like to give some... I like to get some indication of when I'm going to stream, but I don't know, this is one of my days off, and I decided to take the time to actually put something out after I prematurely ended the stream last time, when it was supposed to be like a Wattpad Wednesday. And I want to apologize for that one right here and now, because on the stream prior to it ending, like it was only like 19 minutes long, I said something to the effect of like something that came up, and I just quit prematurely. And that was me telling a fib. I just wasn't really in a good frame of mind to record at all. Like, I felt it was... I think I've mentioned it before, like, during that period there was something wrong with our AC. That something needed to be replaced. Like, it was sweltering hot. I was like miserable in there, and yeah, I couldn't really focus on trying to provide titillating dialogue. Not that I succeed in any capacity on a normal day, but I at least make a modest attempt. This sounds pretty weird, don't you think, Augusta? While the trees are withered, the ground's gross and slimy, and the whole place stinks like someone left a stack of apples in the sun for a month. Do I think we'll find a greenery after all that stinky, slimy place like this? Huh? Oh, what the heck is that? It looks like some kind of pink pulsating thing. But what is it? I don't know, but it's big, scary, and pink. That's all I know. It looks like kind of fruit. I wonder what it tastes like. You reckon this thing is edible, or... This stupid thing just blew up in my face. That stink! It turned all the dirt around it all gross and slimy too. Huh, I've heard of fruit going up before, but not like that. This place is crazy. Huh? I smell a fight brewing. Augusta, over there. Leave me alone, there's no point in trying to eat me. I'm nothing but skin and bone. Eek! I mean, do we have to? Come on, let's see what the screaming's all about. I mean, I really don't want to. I just want to collect my plants. I want to collect these dead leaves over here, collect some fences, really, because they serve no purpose in this particular area since everything is dead. I don't know why I'm using a hammer to collect this when I could just use my stick. My cypress stick. Can I collect this yet, or is it... Okay, it's hard enough. Gotta bear in mind that we need all the materials that we can manage. We need all the materials that we can get our grubby little paws on. Because crafting is important, and to craft we need materials. This is the basis of survival, Malroth. I know you have a hard time understanding that, being the brutish rogue that you are. Look at you. I mean, look at you right now. Look, you've got an open shirt to show off your chest. What kind of hooligan does that? You know, I should really stop putzing around because, I know, I just remembered I gotta worry about my hunger. But as I was saying, yeah, I quit the treatment prematurely. I do apologize for that. Everything's fixed now, and eventually I'm gonna wind up doing it again. It probably won't be on Wednesday. I bet I made it abundantly clear that Wattpad Wednesday doesn't necessarily take place on Wednesday. I just do it whenever. I just use that title for alliteration. Farewell, Land of Plenty takes it further. Farmer's Paradise of Farewell is far famed for its 5 delicious main pages have been violently torn out. Ooh. Seems as though we are living in yet another Orwellian hellscape, where truth must be censored at all costs. So we're just gonna mosey on over to this lady who's been screaming her head off in dire need of assistance for some time now. But first, let's mercilessly kill the wildlife, as we are wont to do. What's going on over there? Should I assist? I didn't even do nothing. I just walked up to say hello, and you guys just immediately jumped to attack me. Oh. Did he just slap his ass at me? Well, now you made it see, I was gonna walk away and let you get away scot-free, but then you had the nerve to... Okay, well, real quick. Oh, they'll teach those monkeys not to mess with us. Alright, this is fun info. Sally screams a lot. Hello. Oh, this is how I die. As dinner for a big stinky ape. I hope I give them terrible indigestion. Wait, the monsters, they're gone. Those scaredy cats must have turned and fled when they finally worked out who they were dealing with. Oh, since when have you two been standing there? Did you beat the monsters? Oh, I see. Thanks for your help. My name's Rosie. What's yours? What are you doing here? He's Malrov, the Amnesiac, and you're Augusta, the apprentice builder, and you've come here to find out how to add a little greenery to your island. You know, going around telling everyone that you're a builder is risky business. There's no telling how they might react. You're lucky you met me, and I might be lucky that I met you. Right, my mind's made up. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few rules. As the finest farmer in Furrowfield, it is my duty and pleasure to give you a grand tour of the finest farm. Or its finest farm, excuse me. Okay. Before we continue with this... Oh shit. I'm hoping something's not wrong with my headphones. I'm hoping that's not the case. I kind of janky over here. Hold on. Left up my fan. Cause it's still kind of warm in here, so I need to have my fan pointed at me at all times. Ugh. Okay, let's follow this weirdo with the glasses. When I first met Rosie, the first thing that came to my mind is that Bulma did a fusion dance with Luca from Chrono Trigger. Or is it Lucia? I always call her Luca. Or Lucia? I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing things. Well, here we are, Furrowfield Farm, the greenest garden in all the island. How do you like it? I don't mean to burst your bubble, but it's not great. Not very green, it isn't even a garden. Oh, I know, that's because we haven't built it yet. Huh? Furrowfield used to be a plant lover's paradise with vegetables and flowers growing everywhere and anywhere. But then the spoil spores appeared and they turned the earth into a horrible stinky slime. You can hardly even grow weeds in it. There was once a great farm here, the biggest and brightest in the whole island. And if all of us put our minds to it, I know we can bring it back. All of us? Are you guys mixed up in this too? Are those guys mixed up in this too? Perry, there must be something that we can do. This is the last of our wheat. Not to mention soil. We've scanned enough arable earth as it is. Well, it won't stand for it. I wouldn't stand next to if I were you, Mr. Bonanzo, sir. They say spoiled. I don't know what accent I'm trying to go for. They say spoils look like it could go off any minute. Suffering slimes. Bonanzo, Perry, are you alright? Quick, you two, we have to get over there and make sure that those two are okay. I mean, they look pretty fine. Their crops, on the other hand, they didn't... yeah, I don't know. Okay, Bonanzo, Perry, are you alright? No. Oh, hi, Quilt. Hi, Quilt. I just checked it on the, the text. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a little sour because, the last game I was playing before this was WWE 2K19. I played against CM Pulse at one point, just at a whim, and it got me interested back in the game, and I started playing my career, and I made a mistake, so where it took away points from my overall, and I can't get it back, and that kind of pissed me off to the point where I just don't want to play it anymore. I'm waiting for the new one to come out, and I'm gonna weigh whether or not it's worth playing. We have Rosie, but alas, our wheat is not. That spoils purchase obliterated the entire crop. And who are you, pray tell? I've not seen your faces before, but to be honest, I think I'd rather liked it that way. This is Augusta and this is Malroth. Augusta says she's a builder. Blaming heck, what kind of mate goes around telling everyone she's a builder? You must have had something wrong with her head. Well said. Listen here, young Rosie. You may have fooled us this far, but we will not be taken for ninnies. If you honestly expect us to believe that this so-called builder will somehow salvage this preposterous plan of yours, then you are gravely mistaken. Come along, Perry. We're leaving. All right. You must face the facts, my dear. Farewell Farm is gone. The dream is over. It's time to wake up. That stuck-up bloke really rubbed me the wrong way. Still, the facial felonies aside, he's got a point. There's no point in trying to rebuild the farm if the soil's no good. You're wasting your time. No, I'm not. I'm the farmer in Fairfield. Augusta's a real-life builder. If we work together, I know we can do it. Wow, you really don't know when to give up, do you? Why do you want to rebuild this place anyway? Why, it's like Bonanzo said, it's my dream. A dream, he said, huh. Never really got my head around all this hopes and dream stuff people go on about. Please, Augusta, I don't want to do this on my own. You'll help me rebuild Farewell Farm, won't you? Well, I can't progress in the story. Most likely not. If it doesn't seem like the kind. I don't know. I'm kind of bowed out of all that, the creepy look stuff and all that. I mean, I have a passing interest in it, but for the most part, I just kind of keep my distance on it after I kind of I jumped the gun and snapped in a way that really isn't becoming of me. So I don't think I'm the right person to talk about that anymore. I will, I keep tabs on it and I'll comment from the sidelines, but I have no interest in engaging in that particular topic anymore, honestly. Augusta, Meryl, welcome to the team. We're going to make this place the best farm ever. Let's get started then. The first thing we need is to plant our field of Cramper Plops. The Cramper Plops, yes. What's the best place to put it, I wonder? If only we had some kind of sign. You jot things. Okay. Now we can build a sign. Wait. We need to go and wait, we can just get it from here. What are you whining about over there? I think that was the sound of Malroth complaining. That's usually what that sound entails. I think in the first game you didn't get cords from destroying those. You just got the ivy itself, and then you would make that into cords. I think it kind of. I do like one of the changes when it comes to the series is that some items are kind of worked over, or some materials are worked over, so it makes it a little less tedious to try and search for them. Like red and blue slime, they're just been turned into oil. So you don't have to worry about killing a certain type of slime to get one type of oil, one type of slime or whatever. I think it makes a lot more sense. Well, I mentioned him silencing Hudo Hillam's revenge and false flagging. Yeah. I don't, in regards to the false flagging, I think it's been proven to be true. I don't know if he actually, silenced Hudo Hoodlum. I conversed with someone who like I said, Dennis wouldn't tell me who it was that he conversed with to change his opinion on that, and then I kind of made an informed guess and went to someone on a hunch, and that person, I'm not entirely sure. No way, I'm trying to remember if that person was actually the one who talked to Hudo. I think it was. And I'm not going to say who it is because I gave my word on that. And from what I've gleaned, it seemed to me that both Hudo and I keep calling him Hudo. His name is Dennis, but Dennis and this particular person seem to be basically I think they were basically sold a bullshit story from you know, Mr. Creepypasta's little crew. Like I don't think that they're lying about anything. I think that they basically bought into a story that was you know, how it was sold to them. And you know, I always said it before, the one problem that I think Dennis has, and I'm not even trying to say this to try to shit on the guy, because I think it's also indicative of very good quality of him as a person, is that he likes to be a very positive individual, and he is not the kind of guy who tends to try to see anything in a negative light. If you can give him a chance to see someone in a positive light, I think he's happy to take it. But the problem is, there's some instances where no matter how hard you try, you can't cast something in a positive light. That's at least how I see it. And oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be. I'm collecting materials. I should be making the scarecrow now. The question is where we're gonna put it. I would like this to be a little bit more organized than the hodgepodge we made before. But yeah, Dennis is he's a good guy. It's just that I don't know. I think he thinks with his heart a little bit too much sometimes. I think he should have approached the situation more critically. And I'm one to talk because, like I said, first thing I did was kind of flip out when you know, Vincent Viacava was getting personal about Slime Beast, and about a matter that really was more in line with a professional disagreement, less than a personal one. Because from what I've seen on both sides, like you could make the argument that Slime Beast was approaching the matter with some considerable hostility, but he was the wronged party. So I can give some leeway to him being hostile. Like, even if you stole my car, you piece of shit, does not become less valid because you said you called the person a piece of shit while you leveled up the accusation. Not to imply that that's the severity of what was what had happened, but that's how I see it at the very least. I don't know if I talked to him about it before, but I think I talked to someone else about it. I think one of Slime Beast's personal shortcomings when it comes to airing his grievances is that I hate saying this because I don't like tone policing, but I'm talking about the pragmatic aspect of approaching people and trying to find some kind of middle ground or conciliate with them. Is that he does not like to take liberties with how he approaches people in terms of his speech. But bro, you should watch it. It took about 40 minutes to make, and reuse the Tupac peak. I mean, I don't know. I might give it a watch. I can't guarantee that I will, honestly. Like I said, I'm not particularly interested in that subject matter. But you know, like I said, I might give it a watch if I'm curious enough. It's in the right area. I think it's supposed to be right here. Okay, what did she want me to do? Like, she said she wanted a sign. Oh, build scarecrows? Well, of course, scarecrows are found in the fields. We stick one in the ground, everyone will know where our new field is, so where should we put it? I forgot. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that what I think? Can you wait for a minute? Now we have a scarecrow. Everyone will know where to plant our crops. Alright, you can leave the next step to me. It's tilling I haven't put it down yet, you lunatic. Give me 1 minute, woman. Okay, now it's tilling time, so get to work, please. Get to work, please. Get to work, please. Hey! Hey! Get to work, please. Thank you. Fucking freeloaders. Oh, we should probably build some... Can we build wooden blocks yet? No. We'll try to get this place back in tip-top shape. Get this out of the way. I'm wondering how I want to make this. I'm trying to. What the fuck? I've got to obtain the strange something. Ah, farming's so much fun. I'm so happy I could pop. You look pretty cheery just now, too, waving your arms in the air with a big grin on your face. What was that about? Huh? Something popped out of me, and you picked it up? I feel like I was bursting with gardening and glee list now. Maybe, just maybe, some of that happiness actually burst out. Well, what ill. That could be interpreted in a myriad of ways. Whatever it was, it's sure to become useful. If any more pop out of me, just make sure to scoop them up. Well, that sounds... See, there's a certain joke I could make about that, but I am a grown adult, and I like to think I am above such juvenile humor. I am not a shock jock over here. I'll leave that to Mr. Ricada. Who's never... I mean, like, how many lawyer firms does he run, huh? He doesn't know anything about law. And he once was in blackface, so that invalidates everything he had to say about everything ever. What do you think, Augusta? I tealed the earth around the scarecrow. I couldn't have done it without you. With your excellent adventures in my farming finesse, we should be able to make some... We'll be able to make some fantastic fields. I knew there was something special about you from the moment we met. After all, not everyone risks their life telling a stranger that they're a builder. You don't see what's so dangerous about that? If you're living under a rock, everyone, or something, everyone knows that builders are the enemy. But anyway, we better get back to business. We have a field now. Now let's build some crops. Okay, but how do we go about that, Miss Four Eyes? Crops require seeds, and that is a commodity that we are very much lacking at the moment. And as we speak, we are going to be assailed by all sorts of vicious critters. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to make a thing of who's it. I remember the first time I played this, I was very much worried that that this would work like the same game where I had to basically get certain things completed. Like, I was on a time limit, you know, I was kind of like on a crunch to complete the game, complete each chapter as fast as possible so I can unlock certain items. Luckily for me, that is not the case here, and it kind of takes a load off my shoulders. Cause I don't know, like this doesn't seem like the kind of game and game genre that kind of to have that kind of I don't know what to call it, like a limit put on you, or that's a challenge. I think a lot of the challenge, like a lot of the joy from games like Minecraft, comes from the challenges that you impose on yourself, instead of what the game kind of throws your way. Like, realistically, you don't have to go to somewhere like the Nether and fight all that. But it's like the more you acquire, the more you want to use it, and the more you want to explore, so you can get more neat stuff. You know, like, that's basically the natural progression. Okay, tomorrow I'll be making a joke diss track on the back roof. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, what is your problem? Are you afraid of dying, you coward? What am I gonna even do with these shells? Can I, oh, I can put them down. That more than justifies your gratuitous murder. Okay, now, we were collecting, mud, spoiled soil, so that we may properly build up this little shanty of ours. So we can actually make use of it. Yay! Sleep now. Okay, Malrov, you keep your hands where I can see them. Alright? I don't want no funny business, mister. Yeah, the rest of you sleep outside. I'm royalty. I've earned this. I'm the one who does all the work here. Alright, what do you want us to do? Right, now that the soil's ready, the next thing we need to do is plant some seeds. There you go, Augusta. These are for you. 5. They look like. I mean, they're cabbage seeds, but they look like tomatoes. To be honest, plowing is easy peasy. Anyone with a hoe can do it. What? Damn you. But it takes a steady hand and a keen eye to plant a seed properly, and I think that you're just a woman for the job. There should be 5 cabbage seeds there altogether, Augusta. Let me know when they are... yeah, basically plant it all. Well, fine, gotcha. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna plant it around the scarecrow so he can be in close proximity to it and ward off any potential ne'er-do-wells. Good work, Augusta. You planted all the seeds and you did a lovely job of it too. Just wait until Bonzo and Perry see this. They'll be begging for a piece of agricultural action. Soon enough, the seeds will sprout and we'll be one step closer to fulfilling my dream. It's all about your dreams. What about me? You always talk about yourself a lot, bitch. What about me? I don't know why I did that. Malroth, help me. What are you? Looks like Four Eyes expects us to help out around here for a while. I suppose it can't go along with their plans. Thanks to you, we have ourselves a fully plowed, planted field. Everything left to water the seeds. You see that little hill over there? There's a spring at the very top, but it's a pain to move, to have to climb all the way up there every time we need water. Will you come in? Can you build something that will make it easier for us to get the water? Some kind of irrigation station? I mean, if I can, I'm a builder. Like, and you, like, this is your area of expertise. Like, why don't you suffer for your art, miss? That's all I'm saying. So, basically, we just gotta build something to keep the water in. Holy heck! It is! It's a blueprint for an irrigation station. Did you draw this off the top of your head? It's amazing. It's like the one you drew back on the island, huh? But it looks like we'll have to gather materials for this one ourselves. There's one thing we have plenty of in Ferrofield is soiled soil. Just smash up the ground if you need some. Oh, and don't forget to break the block that's holding the water when you're done. Then we have ourselves a nice little watering hole. And if you start feeling a bit peckish, just remember there's always plenty of kelp at the beach. Fuck you, lady. I'm gonna bring back bad memories of me being a slave on a prison ship. And I don't care if you didn't intend to offend me. Well, I've been offended, so I'm gonna try to find where you work and have you fired from your job and or brutalized when you are out in public. Either one's fine by me as long as you're suffering, and that'll bring a smile to my face. I get ratty when I'm hungry. All the fat rats living here in Pharaoh are friendly folk. If you spot us out and about, be sure to say hello. Most of us are eager to help humans, but right now I'm more worried about finding something to eat. I was so hungry I could eat my own tail. Squeak! I swear Dragon Quest has the silliest of enemies. Fat rats? What will they think of next? No, seriously, where's the beach? Need to get myself some kelp so I don't drop dead. Okay, that's where the bell is, but where's the kelp? Oh yeah. Forgot. Oh, there it is. And we can, if I remember correct, I'm used to having the glider. That's an item that we'll get later on, by the way. I'm used to having the glider. There's so much I'm used to having. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to basically relearn everything. Well, not relearn, but get used to not having. Is that all the kelp we can find? Seriously? That won't last us long. We'll be dead before we can cook any of it. Malroth, you see me like searching here, like the least you can do is assist me. Thank you. I kid though, Malroth is surprisingly useful in this game. It's one of the few times where you have a forced AI partner where their presence actually makes a considerable difference in how you progress in the game. I mean in the positive sense. Sometimes that, you know, you could have like that new Wolfenstein game where you have to use an AI partner that sucks shit, and that spouts very annoying one-liners. What was that? Yeah, you better run. Yeah, you're real tough when you're talking behind my back, punk. I do like how, like, I think in the previous game you get contact damage, but here, enemies need to actually attack you before they do damage, and I much prefer that. And it's kind of funny that I need to collect oil for torches and whatnot, so I gotta basically butcher slimes who are just sitting there minding their own business, which, let's be honest, probably is the most realistic thing in this whole game, because slimes don't look like the kind of creatures who would be outwardly hostile. Although, according to this game, they apparently are quite bloodthirsty. If that first slime we encountered was anything to go by, the way he was like salivating at the thought of us dying. I can't wait to see the reservoir. Well, you're gonna have to wait, lady. There's that old adage about Rome not being built in an anointed amount of time. There we go. Yeah, there we go. My boy. Nice work, Augusta. Whatever this thing is, it looks just like the blueprint. Wowie zowie! Now we got ourselves an irrigation station. We can water the fields. I can't thank you enough, Augusta. Watering plants is a lot like tilling soil. Any old idiot can do it, so you leave the watering up to me. You two stand back and watch the watering whiz work her magic. Ah, you're not any old idiot. You're my idiot. I'm once again trying to visualize. Maybe... Okay. Like, I'm looking at the layout of the place, and, I might take that hill down, like, entirely, like this little elevated area right here. Fill in the earth right here, so it's completely level. Or no. We're gonna keep this spot. We're gonna fill this spot up with water right here. Oh right, we had to. Forgot about that. I'm dying. That's We wanna be dying is not productive at all. I know it's a very controversial stance, but I'm a very controversial man. Oh jeez. Okay. We're gonna cook all this so we can make sure that we don't have to worry about constantly foraging for kelp. Because there's not really that much to go by. We have to wait for our crops to come in, although I'll be honest, I'm not very confident in Rosie's ability to deliver what she promises. She seems like the kind of person who's like missing a few brain cells. And I'm willing to guess that maybe she wears those glasses to compensate. Okay, we're gonna take a break from that for a second and go talk to this crazy little so-and-so right here. There we go, Augusta. All that thirsty little seeds have had a nice big drink now. That's all there is to it. You just till the soil, plant the seeds, water them, and then wait. It's easier said than done, though. For one thing, you need healthy soil, and there's hardly left on the island. It's easy to tell if the soil's spoiled. It goes all purple, sticky. Sometimes it looks green. There's moss growing on top, but when you dig, you find nothing but grimy slime. The only soil that's any good for gardening is nice, earthy brown color. Let's take a look at some of the soil I tilled before and compare them to the muddy ones nearby. I'm pretty slow on the uptake in many regards, but I like to think I'm smart enough to be able to differentiate, like, good soil from bad soil. I would appreciate it if you didn't condescend to me. I am the daughter of Django, I'll have you know. The man who saved the universe from the Dragon Lord. I bet you didn't even know that, did you? Saved everyone, then retired to raise all 29 of his children. Myself included. He has many children, and I was one of the youngest. There was Gus, Gustavus, Augustus, Gustav, and then there was me, Augusta. Now, Vince, if you can see my message, could you say you can see them? My internet connection is usually bad. I see your messages. I just like that's when I'm usually just kind of focusing on the game, so I'm just waiting for the moment to reply. Come on, I want to like to eat sometime today. Is there anything I can kill for food over there? Maybe the rats? I mean, the rats are friendly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see something over there. I see a thing to... Oh. No, I didn't mean to do that. We wasted 2 beats of the food. Because I'm stupid. I see a puzzle. And we will go and complete the puzzle. Oh. I keep forgetting. Whee! Well, golly gee willikers, I wonder what we supposed to do over here. Gosh darn. Well, let me just put this over here. Oh, darn. Well, holy guacamole, we have done it. Yeah, we'll find a lot of these puzzles scattered about the islands sporadically, and if we complete them, we get a mini-medal. And mini-medals we can bring to the hairy hermit back on the island, and he will give us a nice little trinket. Not always, I don't know, some of it's mostly aesthetic things, and we get like weapons if we bring in a lot. You know, anyone who's played Dragon Quest know how many metal work. Okay, just cooked that, so let's go talk to Rosie again. Oh, cabbages! Excellent. Indeed I can, and I just did. Alright, Gus, there's one thing left to do before we can harvest our crops. Wait for them to grow. First we need some sprouts, then wait a while for the growing leaves. Before you know it, they'll be grown up. And when that time comes, you won't need a special equipment to harvest them. Just hit them with that cyber stick I've seen you swinging about. It might be a while before they're ready to be harvested, though. In the meanwhile, pass the time by clearing the walks and weeds of our future fields so you can plant them too. Speaking of which, here's a few more I had hidden away. You might as well go ahead and plant them. Don't talk to me like I'm some kind of servant, you rude asshole. You know, my dad warned me about this. He warned me that people will be very demanding and they'll act like they're entitled to your time because of your occupation. But no, I wanted to follow in his footsteps. Like, Dad, I want to be a builder too. Of course, I'm not a builder. I chose to be a carpenter instead. It's a very distinct difference. Augusta does not follow the trends, okay? She's her own woman. She's strong. She's independent. If she was a Star Wars character, she would be like Rey times 15. Although 15 times 0 is probably still 0. But you get my point. She's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Okay, is this even? I don't think it is. Okay, I think no, that is loppy as hell. Very much lopsided. I will not tolerate this. Okay, that is like 2 things closer. Give me that. Give me the slimy blocks, please. I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't quite look right. It's not, you know, I can figure it out later. Our primary focus should be in planting more seeds, so we're gonna plant some more vegetables. I know that. Thank you. I know planting crops takes time. I learned that when I was probably pushed out of the womb the first time. When I was born on the cabbage patch, because that's where babies come from. Now, what are we gonna do to pass the time? Well, we can follow her advice and actually, like, try to clean up the place. But I do not take orders from people with glasses. That generally, what's it? Hey, Vince, what's your opinion on Paul Logan versus KSI fight? I have no opinion on that. Because I don't even entertain that idea of giving Logan Paul any of my attention, honestly. Or, I don't know who KSI is. I know he's a popular black dude. And that's basically about it. From what I've seen, there was a lot of hype going into it. Even though I think it was pretty obvious from the get-go that nothing was going to... Not much was going to come from it as fight-wise, because Logan Paul doesn't pick me as the kind of guy who would really want to actually physically get harmed in a fight. Not calling him a coward, like, I'm just saying, like, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would risk, like, potentially hurting himself. Well, we've finally grown our cabbages, and they're absolute beauties. It's been so long since we had a proper crop, with all these horrid spoil spores appearing all the time and ruining the soil. In fact, I've never seen such a better cabbage in my life. Thank you very much, Augusta. Blimey! Those cabbages are good and lush. Did you and Rosie really grow them by yourselves? Maybe you really are, Billy, after all. All the more reason why we should shun her cursed presence. Come along, Perry, we're leaving. Yes, sir. Why has Beauty got such a grudge against builders? There's something... I think it's the curse of that dead dog on his chin. I wouldn't say grudge, really. He's just being cautious. After all, everybody knows that builders spread desolation and despair wherever they go. Okay, well... You know, I don't really appreciate you talking about my chosen occupation, because it's a family business. You know, maybe we'll overcharge you every now and again, but... I mean, that's the most we'll do. Occasionally we'll build a death trap in your home when you've potentially pissed us off, because when I say it can only be 10 by 10 light wood and laminate, there is no compromise. Don't argue with me. Or else your light wood laminate will be revealed to be a pressure plate, and you will meet a very painful end. I forgot where I was going with all that. The point is, my job's very hard, and I would appreciate it if you show me the respect I deserve. Don't worry, Augusta. I don't think builders are harbingers of doom and gloom. In fact, I think they're great. But Bonanzo spent his whole life... Just to make sure I pronounce it. Bonanzo spent his whole life being told that how awful people like you are. We all have. You can't expect him to change his mind overnight. Oh, by the way, something occurred to me while we were waiting for the cabbages to come in. You see that big bell over there? It's an old story about it. Once upon a time, a builder from Fairwolf showed the people the wonder of building and earned their awe and appreciation. Then he whacked the bell with all his might. When the islanders heard it ring loud and clear, something awoke within them. They were filled with the power of creation, and Fairfield Farm flourished. Don't you see, Augusta? Those funny little things you've been picking up on these first places, which means that something might happen if when you ring the bell. Okay. There's only one way to know for sure. Go over to the builder's bell and give it a great big wallop. You're doing that thing again where you're making demands of me and expecting me to immediately go along with it. I mean, I will, because the story won't progress unless I do, but I would appreciate it if you just humor the idea that I have some sense of free will in all of this. That's all I want. And you could call it delusional, but humor my delusions. I think that's the very least you owe me after everything I've been doing for you. I have grilled greens. Nothing better than cabbages after they've been grilled, right? More humping, yes, perfect. Come here, stinky boys. Got your attention. So we raised our base. That's how we raise our base level instead of increasing the overall fanciness of everything like in the first game. So now every island will have these builds to ring, and basically when we do that, the base level will increase and we will have more stuff to build. Like, see, now we can actually make use of all the wood we've gathered, and we can make some doors and all this neat stuff, and residents will make an effort to be more useful. I don't know what you just did, but it was pretty spectacular. Like the whole place has been filled with some kind of strange power. Marauding Mucilex builder, what have you done? What is this energy flowing through me? My whole body's been filled with the yearning to create. I've got this uncontrollable urge to till a field. So basically we just brainwash these guys into being sycophants and doing as we command. I would have hoped this would happen. All the power you collected has been unleashed when you rang that bell. It opened our eyes to the wonders of building. Looks like he even inspired you. Now you can build simple stools, simple small tables, and chests. If that's so, we could use some furniture around here. You can make all that, can't you? You builds are really all amazing. Alright, Augusta. We're all very impressed. You can stop posing now. From now on, you'll be able to have the full cooperation of Perry and I. Let us rebuild the great farm and restore this place to its former glory. We shall tend to the fields from moment to wake until the morning. We waken them up in the morning to the moment we fall asleep at night. No crop should remain unwatered on my watch. That's fantastic, isn't it, Augusta? Well, now we can work together and see fur film farm born. Oh, dandy. Human behavior. Residents will behave differently depending on the time of day and the type of... Basically, like, they'll go to sleep at night. Great. What he wants now. That went even better than I imagined. Who would have thought that those two would ever get fired up about building? It seems that whenever you build things for us, we manage to make things ourselves. Our bushes overflow and turn into the funny little fragments that you see. And then when you collect enough of that emotional energy important to the ringing bell, everyone becomes better at building, including you. If I'm right about this, and sure I am, these overflowing emotions are the key to getting Furrowfield Farm back on its feet. Collect as many as you can, and be sure to make us all the best builders that we can be. My news disc tracks. I'm going to film my relative's house because my house is 2 stories. And, well, no, okay. Okay. Alright, I do want to... I do want to take this... What am I going to do with this, though? I don't want to have this little area so close to... I don't know, I want to have the fields separated from where the living space will be. That's just my personal preference. But I want to make sure that everything is actually, like, better space structurally. I want there to be actual feng shui to the placement of everything. So maybe I'll take down this particular area. Okay, you know what? Over here is where the fields are going to be. I just need to have some kind of indicator as to where the town ends and the town begins. Okay, still in town, still in town, still in town. No. Okay, Malroth is coming to join us means, okay, right. Okay, right here is where, oh wait, right here. Okay. The town begins, okay, well now we know where it ends, but now we gotta figure out where it begins. I'm really trying to think this through, like I'm trying to, okay. Okay, right here. That's where it ends, and that's where it begins. Okay, so let's see. Boop over there, boop over there. I think I can make this work. So I just got a message. Have to take a quick look on it. Okay, so the building, so the I keep saying living space. Yeah, our abode will be right here in this particular little hilltop area, and I think I'll make it multiple floors. So we're gonna get like an influx of people as we go along. And all the crops will be built over there, so let's just annihilate this while we can. Get this shit out of the way. No. I really wish we had the transforming trowel. That is an item that you can acquire after doing some well, it's something that we could acquire later on that allows us to basically replace the blocks like on our feet or on the wall with blocks that we have selected on the inventory wheel or inventory bar. Okay, make 250 of these. Well, we really won't be building that much, but still. Never gonna be too cautious. Can't hold any more items. Right. We don't need these. And we are going to get 2 of these, and one neat little thing about this game, as in comparison to the last game, is that there are some items that are chain linked, and you put 2 of these doors together and they become like double doors. And I really dig that. I think I think Minecraft did the same thing. I could be wrong though. I'm trying to remember. There was a like a building crafting game that had it where if some items could be chain linked together to form double. Like sliding doors and whatnot. Kind of escapes me what it could have been, though. Okay. I think I don't want a wooden floor there. I'm getting all pedantic about it, but like I said, I'm trying to be a little bit more creative. I always basically do the bare minimum when I'm actually playing through for the first time, and when I finally get around to playing it just for the sake of having fun, that's when I decide to get a little bit more creative. It's a good thing that wood is not hard to come by. Okay. I'll be happy when we finally get our inventory back so we can get some more space. We don't need that for right now. And there's a lot of things we don't need in our inventory right now. Besides the food, we kind of need that. Food is a necessity at all times. I hear slimes jumping outside and I don't appreciate it. They're quite loud. And I think the most justified reaction to hearing them from where I am right now is to go over there and violently murder him. But I shan't do that because I am a very civil individual who prides himself on his ability to handle things in a peaceful and respectful manner. That and the fact that I'm so focused on my building that I don't want to... You know what? No. I can't. You guys are loud. You guys are very loud. Please be quiet. You are awful neighbors. She said to go and look for, I think that was a one-time thing because they realized that by the time that you were able to grow your crops and get food from that, you wouldn't have to rely on the beach. So they gave you just enough of the beach, you know, just enough kelp and scallops that, scallywinkle rather, that you wouldn't have to worry too much about it anymore. Okay, this is just like pushing everything. Collecting all the garbage. Instead of like having it slowly rise to the top like in the first game. It was a weird thing, like if you destroyed a lot there, like a wall or something, and like and put some tile above it, like you'll see the materials that you like right here, like you'll see this stuff slowly float up from the bottom, and it always looked creepy. We will this is not right here, but we will sort that out when we sort it out. For now, let's just be happy that we got something built to begin with. See? Now we have a room. And we still need to fix this, so not as much as I thought it would be. Not much spoiled soil. But let's collect our crops, and then we're gonna talk to Little Miss Sunshine over there. Okay, now Bonanza apparently following the move, we can take the Operation Fairfield farm to the next level. Right, the problem is the farm needs soil and seed. It looks like you're fresh out of both. Well, any ideas, Augusta? Huh, for a mob that hates builders, you certainly seem lost without one. So, what's the story here anyway? What's just so bad about builders? Come on, let's get to the root of this. Of course, the root! Well, I suppose it's more of a bulb, really. Whatever, it certainly isn't a cabbage. This is the next thing we grow. Here you go, Augusta. A light bulb. I see what you did there, gang. I always suspected this might be Vista, so I kept it hidden away for her this whole time. Huh? Hey, Augusta, get a load of that. A platform is glowing. It must be because you're a builder and you're holding a bulb. Come on, Augusta, plant the light bulb in the light. See what happens. I had a random thought just occur to me. Oh, I gotta get rid of this stuff. So I can make space for the light bulb. Another random thought about the Final Fantasy remake coming up is that I'm wondering if they're gonna have the whole Cloud Strife getting gangbanged in a fucking men's locker room scene in there. Bro, you should get more recognition. Everyone knows you're the guy who raised her back creepypasta trying to kill her. Well, see, that implies anyone knows me at all. Like, I mean, I think some of Bad Creepypasta fans know me, not a lot do, and yeah, outside of that, like, I'm really a nobody, and honestly, I don't really see that as a negative thing. I appreciate the sentiment, though, but, you know, I don't know, I'm not really... I don't know how I feel about the idea of becoming famous for doing what I'm doing right now. And honestly, it's one of those things. I remember someone at one point asked me if I had a PayPal. I'm not sure if they were asking me because they wanted to donate or anything like that, but I made it clear that one of the specific reasons that I don't have a PayPal is because I don't think what I produce warrants that kind of, you know, anyone having to pay for it. I might actually, I only have 3 subs. Well, the subs aren't everything, you know. Oh, Fiddlesticks, we really gone and done it this time. The Master Destruction is sure to strike us down. Master Destruction, who the heck's that? What, have you really not heard of the Master Destruction? Does that mean that you don't know about the Children of Hargon either? I see. Excuse me, so you weren't just playing dumb. You really don't know the evils of building. We've been talking about the cross purposes this whole time. Also, bear in mind, we're talking about subs. Like, I think just some dude named Justin Y, he has literally no videos on his channel, and he has like I think over 10,000 or 100,000 or something like that, and it's because like his thing is associated with like the meme where everyone sees his comment everywhere. What the fuck? What's up with my thing? Stop. So it doesn't really mean a lot, honestly. Like, it's not like honestly, my plain advice is basically like, I mean, do what makes you happy. If you like making your videos and whatnot, then fine. But I don't know, like, get more acquainted with you know, stuff outside. Like, take pride in accomplishments outside of that is what I'm trying to essentially get at. Because that's the ones that'll stick with you forever. Like, it's just, like subscribers and e-fame. It has a shelf life. Now you could be like someone like, the only people that really linger that long are like types like Dick Masterson, where he has interests and hobbies outside of that, and he's also a professional recorder, and he's been in the game long enough to be able to gauge audience reaction to see where the tides are turning. Or AVGN, where he seems, no matter what, he seems happy just to do what he's doing. He likes making videos, just talking about movies. He loves movies. He likes video games, and he's not really all that concerned with analytics. So he wins right away because he's not playing that stupid game. Like, the ones that are really, like, I always feel sorry for are the ones that are constantly sweating about that shit. It's like, I think what was it, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Urinating Tree at some point. Outright said he just makes the stuff that he wants to make because like, people constantly trying to find the newest trend and fight the system, and you're like, you really can't. Just do what you do and hope that there's an audience for it. Enough of that. Let me explain. Everyone in Fairfield follows it down. And my best sense of making good content. We're roasting cyberbullying and turning myself slime beast is good, but I do enjoy making my content. Yeah, just keep doing what you do, man. Everyone in Fairfield follows the teaching of Hyper's handing on by illustrious children. On that day, the building isn't only forbidden, it's a serious sin. It's what? Rosie! Rosie! Well, holy shit. We're in a whole heap of trouble over here. The passage is on his way over here. He wants to see the light from the tree. Hey, Gusta, look. Oh shit. He has his own musical sting and everything. What in the name of Hargut is happening over here? Oh, you want some of this? Who planted this tree? Answer me, faithless wretches. I did. What are you gonna do about it? What? Building a farm, you say? Heresy! You dare sully my island with the sinful stain of creation? You will pay dearly for this. Wow, I'm so look at Snarruff doesn't give a fuck. It's like someone threatens him in this first thing. I'm like, oh, come on, bitch, let's throw down. I'm sorry. The fields and the cabbages were my idea. Don't punish Augusta just because she's a builder. A builder? This witless-looking whelp. Wait, this tree. Could it be? Could it be what? If you know something about it, then spit it out. If I'm not mistaken, this is a young dye tree, a sacred sentinel of Fairfield Forest, beneath whose blessed boughs this isle once flourished. Hear me, wayward vessels. I have had a change of heart. I have seen the fruits of your labors, and I decided to forgive your sins. My serious need not know of your arboreal indiscretion, excuse me. I will keep your secret safe, so long as you keep growing this tree. You keep growing this tree, should it dwindle and die, then so shall you. Grow the tree, but I don't really know how to. You need not worry on my account, my children. Fairfield's most ancient legends tell exactly what one must do to see the dye tree grow tall and strong. We must harvest 15 cabbages. Fairfield was once far famed for its succulent cabbages. I trust you can live up to those expectations. Should you lack sufficient seeds, I suggest you seek more out for yourselves. Harvest 50 sheaves of wheat. The people of Fairfield once enjoyed a whole wide range of foods, and wheat formed the cornerstone of many a delicious dish. You may find you need to travel to basically go far to get it. You must till 50 blocks of Earth. Fairfield was once a farmer's paradise. It's seen most alive living in the farmer's paradise. Yeah, we need to find some. The so-called Dai tree was a mighty magical tree that protected the wildlife of Fairfield, so they say. If that's true, then we can really grow a new Dai tree. Then we might be able to bring light back to this island once and for all. Hold on, a creepy monster turns up out of the blue and suddenly you're gonna go along with everything he says? What makes you think he can be trusted? I have a live one, I see. Such a spirited soul make a fine offering to the Master of Destruction. I just love Malroth so much. He just does not give a fuck. Don't make a fuss, Malroth. We're not in a position to argue here. You too, Augusta. I can't do this without you. Please say that you'll help us grow the Dutchy and bring Fairfield Farm back to life. Yippee! Thank you, Augusta. I knew you wouldn't let me down. See, so I guess I'm the real winner. I mean, I don't know. Like that's a subjective topic in and of itself. So I know we're gonna find wheat seeds to plant on more earth, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. For now, let's concentrate on growing cabbages. If we work together, we'll have these tasks done in no time. So yeah, basically we're gonna go out and try to get. I never expected the pastor to appear out of the blue like that. Scared the living daylight out of me, so he did. On top of that, he turns out to be interested in the tree you planted. Why do you believe in his children of Argon? Why do you love believing his children of Argon rubbish anyway? Look at your pastor, he's just like someone's grandmother. I tell you the truth, I've never given him much thought before. I've been a believer as long as I can remember. That's just the way it's always been. Oh, don't forget, Augusta. Have you tried eating those cabbages you've If you're going to be growing a big pile of things, you might as well know how delicious they are. Go on, nibble one of them carrots, why don't you? Okay. Yum. Amazing. I wanted the cabbage, didn't you? I good feeling, eh? You may fall into healing your wounds too. There ain't much on his own in the way of curatives, so you're gonna eat your greens while you're here. Hey T, how you doing? Hey, oh Lord, I think there's something wrong with my headphones. I'm hoping I don't need to get a new pair. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I could even become a builder like you. Can't wait to visit in October. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You and me, we're hitting up that sushi place. You're gonna have to be my my wingman there. Who does speak ill of the children of Argon? What foul sinner defies my divine authority? Show yourself and face the wrath of my righteous fury. Carmen Jiminy, that pastor's got ears on him like a bleeding bat. Alrighty then. Oh yeah, that's my older sister. When Rosie led us to the ruined farm, I had my doubts of about our whole plan. Last thing I expected was to meet another builder here. But still, I expect there must be some advantage to having someone like you around. For instance, can you make buildings, can you not? Perhaps you ever noticed a large red door but a field? Would you prefer the room to our sleeping quarters? The key to sure that blah 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 blah. No, we're not. Okay, I get what you're saying, but it's not going to be over there. It's going to be over here. Because, to be honest with you, I don't care for this location because it's too close to the crops. And I want the crops to be all in an isolated area where they are not, like, constantly, like, in the way. Okay, I'm gonna run. You should play with me one day. Oh, sure. I'm not playing Overwatch. I'm letting you know that right now. I hope we're around long enough to hear that. Buy quit. What's that? Buy quilted. Alright, you take it easy, T. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Now, what we're going to do I'm gonna tell you, homeboys, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you, motherfuckers, what I'm gonna do. We're going to, make two... Well, we gotta make one for everyone, unfortunately. Because everyone's a big baby and they can't handle the thought of... like, sleeping on the ground. They want beds and shit, and it's quite disgusting. Like, all these spoiled little brats and their fucking millennials, am I right? They want to sleep on the dirt like we had to do back in my day. So we need a light source. God, I want more room in my inventory already. No. Basic bedroom. Well, howdy do. Not bad. Great stuff. Wonderful. Blistering bad boons. Look at this bedroom. It's better than I imagined it would be. We need not wonder about the monster-infested dark night. We could sleep in the safety of this room and awake well rested in the next morning. Why, with the builder on board, we need not stop at a single bedroom. We could have houses, hot food, happiness, meandering Molzex. Had a long day tomorrow. Gonna long flight to Nevada. Oh, that's pretty. You going there for any particular reason? I should have been thinking of that beings of pure evil. How could I have been so misinformed, my girl? Ever since I heard you ring that bell, I've overcome the desire to build. Go to the store, Mary. Oh, I get it. As always, my days of pandering the children of Harrigan are over. I shall lead the fanatics and become a builder. Together we shall bring back to life the art of building fundamental to that. You are the resident builder, so I suggest you hone your skills by building rooms for the rest of your fellow villagers. Now, Augusta, my girl, I understand that you're in need of seeds. I intend to work with what I can to aid you in that regard. Here, for now, you can have what I give you. I found them in my beer when I was coming it this morning. It isn't much, but hopefully I can offer it to you soon. Okay, I can't pick this up because I got too much crap. We'll finish off these, kelp. At this point, we don't really need any more of it. Okay. Everything's coming along swimmingly so far. That's why I'm kind of expecting something to go wrong right away. Now, let's bring this bed in here, so that yet another miscreant can take refuge in our humble abode. And put these down because why not? And put the rope down here because why not? You never know when someone's going to be soaring in the middle of the night. You want to lynch them real quick. Can I build something on this? Oh, I can build this pretty paddle. Is it stronger than my cypress stick? No, it is not. But I really want to build it. It's a DLC item. Why not? Behold, it will do no greater damage, but is apparently very good for knocking enemies away. Oh, maybe I can use it to knock them into to Malroth. Maybe that's the mindset behind using it. Not really. I mean, it's one of those gimmick weapons where I thought it would be a lot more fun to use than it actually was. Like, I know there was something to that same principle applied in a weapon in Terraria. I think it was like a stick with a hand on top of the end of it, and you like basically it would do like piddling damage, but it would like had crazy knockback. Ha! I trust the bounty that I'm about to refer as a seat I gave you. Blah blah blah. The Furman also put a part in toiling the fields in the morning and sleeping in the fine new bedroom at nightfall, recovering our strength in a day's labor. What will you do while we wait for those capers to ripen? I suggest a lovely bedroom for us to build lovelier. Farming tools and firewood. Okay. Are you taking a dump over there? What was all that noise, Melroth? Huzzah! I mean, it does look kind of spiffy. Although I still think it's woefully unequipped to deal with all the influx of people that we're going to be going here. But for right now, we're focusing on getting all the story missions on, and then I'll do what I did before and kind of build stuff off screen. That's more like it. The smell of firewood, the rustic ambience of farming equipment. That's a fine idea indeed, if I do say so myself. No doubt you've noticed on the bedroom that you become a farmer's bedroom. With a few key additions, you can give a room a whole new identity. People using these unique rooms are so much happier than if they had to live in a drab, functional cubicles. They will simply overflow with gratitude if you take my meaning. Augusta, this new bedroom is incredible. We're one step closer to getting Ferrofilm back on the farm on his feet. Indeed, my dear, our next priority must find some earthy soil. We cannot build a farm without a few measly patches of workable... Just worried the people buying at Area 51. I'm not, honestly. I have curious to try that once called this island home, who were once capable of turning soil to clean and fertile earth, but I do not know what became of them. Still, we can think about that later. For now, you must have your reward. Another sample of my beard's bounty. Honestly, like, I'm of the mindset where I don't have any sympathy with people doing demonstrably stupid things that might actually put their lives at risk. Like people who, you know, like, I'm trying to think of, like things that were getting people killed. I won't say Pokemon Go because that's just plain ignorance. Just in general, like dumb trends that people follow up on, and they're dumb enough to actually follow on them despite the risk being like unquestionable. Then I don't have that much sympathy for them. Like what's not even the Tide Pod challenge, like that one was too obvious. I'm thinking about that dude who he was like a I think a voodoo minister in Africa. It could have been some other religion, it could have been something else entirely, who died because he was testing out a bulletproof charm that he was trying to sell to someone. Like, that's the kind of shit I don't have any sympathy for. Let's try this weapon out for a second. Where is something that we can kill proper? Hello. Murder it until it dies from being killed. I mean, yeah, it's got some pretty good knockback. And it's not really that effective if he's running away now. I mean, I guess his weapon kind of looks cool. I might keep this as a skin for my character, actually. Like, it's kind of like, I know Dragon Quest Builders, Dragon Quest Heroes 2 had it where you can If you like the way a certain like weapon layout looked, you can keep it so where you're always like visually using that weapon when you're equipped with something else. I know a lot of MMOs do that too, but that was the first time I was introduced to a concept like that. I don't play as many video games as I thought. Yeah, they believe in a lot of weird shit, man. Most dangerous people are the people who are the hucksters that buy into the shit that they peddle out to people. Like, those people are actually like legit dangerous. Luckily for us, they get killed off rather quickly because if they think they can really summon lightning, then they're gonna stand outside and get themselves killed before they can get someone else killed. Maybe I'll build it underwater. I remember at one point I wanted to, in the original one, I was trying to build an underwater, underground lair, and it didn't work out because I don't know, the depth of the areas in the first game didn't really go that deep. But now we can climb. You see up there, we can climb quite high. We can go down quite low. That's quite dapper, if I say so myself. So we're just gonna go to sleep for now, and we're gonna wait for our crops to grow so we can collect them and move on from one of the missions. I think that's what we need to do in order to progress. Oh, excuse me. I'm debating on whether or not to. Okay, like I might use this area and like have a door connect to here and have like get rid of this space right here and have it like be a porch where people can come out and eat, maybe like that, something like that. Yeah, I could visualize it like it'd be a staircase leading up to here instead of people having to jump. Like they can't be graceful like this. Look at this. I love that. Yeah, staircase leading up to there where they can sleep here and they can go out to the porch to eat. Yeah, I can see it. But I have to get rid of all this space too and even it out so where it's all kind of in one level playing field. So we have completed one of our mission objectives, finally. Yippee! We did it! We've harvested 15 whole cabbages. Back in the day, Fairfield cabbages were so plentiful that we sent them out to other islands. They are famous near and far for their delicious taste and succulent texture. Maybe one day we'll have that many cabbages. Won't that be lovely? Oh look, Augusta, the dye tree. What about it? Well, great googly moogly. We did it! We completed the first task, and I think the dye tree is already looking stronger. Not bad at all. Maybe I will finally have something truly worth destroying. Shall I burn it alive or blast it into splinters? Blaming heck, what done for? I knew this whole thing was a big mistake. Please don't, Father. We did what you said, and dye tree really did get bigger. We can't stop now. Very true, Rosie. If you wish to be spared my wrath, you will continue to look after this tree. I suggest you look at these fields. You work these fields until your life depended on it. So, okay, that was the second mission, but let's collect this, let's collect these, thingahoos. It's gratitude. Okay. Past is a strange one. I can't quite work out where he's coming from, but at least he didn't destroy the tree. All we need to do now is find a way to grow a lot of wheat in 50 patches of soil. Well, as far as the wheat goes, there's just a little mill town to the east. There's some ruins now, but there might be some wheat seeds still hidden there. I'll put a mark on your map so you know where the ruins are. Please, Augusta, you need to go there and bring some wheat seeds. You and your orders, lady. Watch your tone. Do you know who you're talking to? Again, I am the daughter of Django, the greatest hero that ever lived. Need to hurry up and get our experience up so we can dish out some major damage to these idiots. Because right now, Malroth is basically the glue that keeps us held together, and I don't care for that. Hello, human. I normally give simple hits to passerby, but something really cheesed me off right now. I need to get it off my chest. There used to be the most wonderful granary down this way, absolutely filled to the brim with wheat. I used to sneak and grab a bite to eat whenever I was feeling peckish, but now the whole place is swarming with monsters. It's far too dangerous to steal a snack right now. If you were heading that way, I'd be very careful if I were you. By the way, fat rats on this island aren't like other monsters. We're always friendly and try to help other people when we can. If you keep running into any of us on your travels, don't be shy, step in and have a chat. Well, maybe I will. Well, I wonder. I can't help but wonder, what are we supposed to do here? Man, I am the god of puzzles. Another mini medal. Piece of cake. You know, those guys would probably yield some decent experience, but I'm gonna leave them alone because we can't collect their feathers for right now, and those would be quite useful. Oh, hey, Captain, what's his face? I didn't see you survive that trip. Yeah, nice. If you were always this weak, I really didn't have anything to worry about. Yeah, maximum HP increase. And now, wood swords, right? Or stone sword, yeah, we can equip better items. So now, huh? Hey, Gus, did you just invent a new weapon? Did you get an idea from watching me fight? Huh, that's great. I better keep fighting then. I can't wait to see what kind of wild weapon you'll dream up next. If you do come on up with any recipes, might be better off. Yeah, we're gonna go back real quick and past these disgusting assholes. Where did all these guys come from? I never known them to congregate like that. Worthless creatures. And look, I'm not saying that I have a problem with slugs. Some of my best friends are slugs, and I have family members that are married to slugs. I just really don't feel comfortable sitting next to one on the bus. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a stone sword and eat something, because I just realized that we are once again starving, or coming close to starving. Let's get moving. Don't venture too far, Malroth. We got business to take care of. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Excuse me. Behold my epic skipping powers, Malroth. You can't do that. Why? They're still here. That bothers me considerably. You're not very good at this whole killing thing. Allow me to educate you as to the proper killing techniques, like this. Stabbing. That's a good trick. Look, I can uproot trees. Do you really want to fuck with me? I don't know, I'm done with you guys forever. You're just fucking gross. Alright guys, I'll get a load of that massive building. You reckon there's seeds in there? Alright, one way to be sure. Let's head in there and have a look around. Well, if you say so. I'm in the old school mindset of I didn't see shit and I didn't hear shit. Look on the first person mode to better appreciate this. Oh, we didn't even need to venture that far. We could have just built it right here. Have we ever seen a face for it? Yeah, my face has been on camera a few times now. First, I can't even. So offer like a totally sick weapon, like a cyber stick for these useless weed seeds I found. I give you. You are one. She specifically wants a cyber stick. Here, ungrateful bitch. OMG, this cyber stick is the GOAT. Who are you? And where did you get this weapon? You made it? No way. Wait, you said you're a builder? That's too much. You're crazy. Well, crazy or not, I owe you one. I got a weapon that works again. I can make children hack or set and destroy this village. Hold up, something was like... Hold up, I'm getting more seriously sketchy. Sorry, just popping my back a bit. Five's here. More of them. This place is like on top of the nest. I clobbered so many of them on the way here that my sword literally broke. Like literally. Can you guys give me a hand with this one? If we all pitched in, this match ends in no time. Yeah. You take this though, the good weapon that I handed you, you ungrateful little twat. Wait a minute. I see something down there. Ooh. Oh, for a second I thought that was like a mineral. Say so for me, you greedy piggy. Oh. This reminded me of Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Just killing swarms of enemies. That was so lit. We totally crushed those ants like ants. I could have done it without the sweet cypress stick. I'm so hyped right now, I feel like I'm bursting with excitement. So anyways, you said you were a builder, right? So what's up with that? What are you doing in a place like this? Get out of town! You're looking for wheat seeds so you can build Fairfield Farm? Well, you're totally gonna get some, like, divine retribution for this? The Master of Destruction Series are gonna spite you. Still, you definitely need some snack for this whole building thing. The cyber stick you made me is lit. Or is it legit? So building is not that bad after all. Here, take these. There's seeds I promised to trade for sticks. I better late than never, right? Do I follow YouTube drama? It depends on what kind of drama it is, honestly. My name's Brittany, and I'm like the wicked strong soldier. Let's head back to that farm of yours. I want to see what kind of wheat field you're into. Like, I have an interesting YouTube drama, but, like, if it's, like, something like, what's his name, James Charles, or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't care about that. If only because I don't really care about, his particular sphere of YouTube. The Pro Jared things have been interesting. If only because I was one of the few people that was, skeptical of Heidi from the beginning, because if you've seen enough, her posts rang out as bitter, crazy, jaded girlfriend. And even if that could be you can be a bitter girlfriend and also be it completely in the right. I don't want to get that implication. Bro Jared did not come out of that smelling like roses. But Heidi had this amazing ability to destroy whatever goodwill that was coming her way by virtue of I don't know, like she knew several factors that she left out, several details that she kept out of the whole thing. You know, with the polyamorous relationship, the fact that they agree on that, she didn't mention that in the first post, if I remember correctly. She was seeing other dudes before, and it didn't become a problem until he wanted a divorce, and that's where he really knows it. Heidi does not come off as the kind of person who is like entirely mentally sound. And to be clear, Jared he didn't do anything that you could be considered reasonably illegal. Because the pedophile shit was debunked. Like he wasn't soliciting nude from underage people. That was debunked. But he is still a slimy motherfucker that I wouldn't put my trust into. You know, soliciting nudes for fans and sending dick pics to fans is a slimy thing to do. And also, I kind of like how there was a point in time where we were railing against revenge porn. And it's okay to send revenge porn if it's a dude, I guess. But then again, that was kind of like the common knowledge. Like, I remember when Joseph Bieber's dick pic got leaked and they were discussing that shit on like all these talk shows with these fucking crows talking about how, oh, it's not that bad. Like, and they were laughing about it. And instead of like, oh, well, like you know, like this guy is, like basically if it was a woman and like her pussy was out, and like, you know, people would never hear the end of it. But that's the nature of things, isn't it? That's just the way things go. Yeah, the whole pro Jared thing is a big fucking trash fire, honestly. Sometimes you gotta pay close attention to the general tone someone's taking to really kind of gauge what kind of mental space they're in when they're approaching a subject matter. Honestly, everyone on YouTube's here comes off as just giant absolute pricks. The one good one is the one guy who came out of all that sphere, like managing to maintain some respect within his fan base, was fucking JonTron. The guy who had all these hit pieces talking about like those fucking racy ass comments he made. And yeah, like those comments were like, I wouldn't say, I don't think it would be unfair to say, if someone called JonTron a racist based on those comments, I wouldn't fault them for that, coming to that conclusion. But at the same time, it's like, I'm willing to give him a very generous I'm willing to interpret how he was. I'm trying to articulate myself properly. I'm willing to view him in a more positive light and understand that he's an idiot that tried to speak on a matter that he wasn't informed about. And besides, I kind of knew that he was into that kind of mindset anyway, because I saw he was following people like Stefan Molyneux. I don't know who those people are. I told you before, I don't know who KSI is. I don't know who he beefs with. All I know is at one point, I think he was beefing with PewDiePie when PewDiePie made a joke about him. Or maybe they were having some kind of fake beef. That's the most I know. I think we talked about, going back to Pro Jared, like, that when the Slime Beast and the Creepy Looks thing happened, and I was discussing it on my channel, is that people were conflating, like they were trying to underplay what's his name, Mr. Creepypasta were being accused of, by saying that well, is it illegal to essentially be very, two consenting adults and whatnot. Like, what's her name? It's his business whether or not he cheated on his wife, and like, it's not necessarily the fact that he's cheating on his wife. Like, no one's questioning the legality of what Mr. Creepypasta was being accused of. We know for a fact it's not illegal. It's just that it speaks to his character that he wouldn't even engage in such behavior. Like, honestly, with ProJared, if he had never, if we had heard just that about the shit he did and it didn't get to this level, that no one would really care. Or at least I wouldn't. Like, he cheated on Heidi. They had a stupid polyamorous relationship where if you actually believe in polyamory, like, I have no respect for you as a human being. Like, I really don't respect you. And I don't mean in the sense that I don't respect your right to believe that. I mean in the sense that I don't take you seriously, and I will just roll my eyes at whatever defense you attempt to put forward to defend polyamory. Polyamory to me translates to I want to have sex with someone who isn't my significant other, but I don't want to feel the guilt of it. Augusta, you did it. You found the white seeds. You found a new friend, too. Back when the children of Harker and Siegen took root here in Fairfield, people gave up building. They drew them into and let up the fields lie and follow. But you can bring the people back here and get it fired up by building like this. You can still turn things around. You made so. Oh yeah, finally. So now we can actually have some more inventory space. I've been waiting for this. Yep, so now we can have more stuff to carry, and we can go and pick up all the stuff we left behind. Wow, this place is lit. Is that the dye tree? That's a dye tree, isn't it? Get a load of what? I don't. Bold words indeed. You still be so brave when the master of struggle shatters your arms and armor into 1,000 pieces. Why? It's a stuffy road weirdo. Alright. I think we made a decent amount of progress, so okay, let's get one of these right out of the way right now. We're going to, like I said, build another field right here. I haven't really put in that much focus into actually talking about the game. It kind of bothers me. Okay, the only spaces we have left is for... We don't have that much... Need to make the field bigger, but we don't have that much in the way of actual soil. You know, I think... we gotta venture out and find... Oh, we gotta... I'm trying to think of how to approach this. Okay, let's focus on getting some wheat for right now. Okay, there we go. What do you want now? My children are good, clean up soil. So yeah, take it easy, Quilted Dolphin. Yeah, actually I think I'm gonna call it quits right now too. I'm gonna be working on this like off screen. Hopefully I'll have this to be somewhat manageable by the time we're done. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I kind of bloviated a lot and didn't really get to anything sensitive. So we're gonna save for now. And we are going to call it quits. I got to get some cleaning done. I promised myself that I would do it, and I've been procrastinating long enough. I got to get to work in the morning. Well, not in the morning, but in the afternoon. And I got to make sure that I've actually done something today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to you all later. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.